Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies. And now it's time to get sleazy.
All right, welcome back,
Welcome
ladies
to
and gentlemen.
Rookie.
Yeah, just repeated for whatever reason. But tonight is episode 154, and it is the third annual Sleazys, the best show, the best award show that ever.
The show of shows.
Yes, the show of shows where we don't, there's no political agenda here. You won't have any disruptions of your favorite people winning awards due to
That's not to say Robzilla won't get slapped.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's getting slapped. It ain't gonna be him though.
No.
By the way, Hot Sauce is joining us here tonight, live and in person.
Yeah, he surprised you guys, didn't he?
Surprised me the most.
Yeah,
Surprised you the most, huh?
Yeah,
Put a little pitter patter in his heart.
I did.
I did.
Surprised you the most, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we were sitting in we went to dinner. I was my goal was to get you guys all to go to dinner, and then he was just gonna walk in and surprise you. But right at 6 o'clock, we get this message. I don't think I'm gonna go. I need a nap.
I do.
But
naps are key.
And as you can see, we're joined here by Hot Sauce.
I'm here.
And we got Mr. PBS here.
It's about time you got a real background behind you again.
This is worse than before.
Yeah.
We could just zoom in on you. Just look like you have a nice.
This is a green screen here.
Yeah. He's really not here. And then we got Robzilla, of course.
Hello.
But
Of course.
it is now time for us to kick off the festivities.
Mm-hmm.
I had one question before we got too deep into it that I don't know if we've ever talked about. But when you're watching a movie at home, do you guys eat popcorn like you do at the movies? And
No.
what kind?
Just really, sometimes I will, but just really depends.
I don't eat
Rarely.
popcorn at home.
Very rarely.
I very rarely eat popcorn because it jacks me up.
I eat popcorn at home, but it's not a movie thing for me.
Yeah, I'll eat popcorn every now and then if it's for a movie, but typically it's just if I just want some popcorn.
If I'm having a night where I get like 2 movies in, I'll get me some Cousin Willie's. It's good stuff. You're not going to play me off, buddy.
They got played off and just kept on going.
I don't care.
Oh, we know. Trust me.
All right.
You're like Michelle Yao when she said, "Don't you play me off? I'll kick your ass."
I'll break your fucking face.
All right. Enough of that. It's time to get the show on. And we're going to go this way right here for those that are watching on YouTube. But all right, so the Sleazys is in full effect right now. And to kick it off, our first award of the night will go to
Category of shittiest movie. Oh.
shittiest movie.
There's 3 of them in there.
Yes.
Getting the worst one out of the way, huh?
And the nominees are White Noise,
Garbage.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and Jurassic World Dominion.
I have seen none of these.
And
I've seen all 3 of these.
I've seen Jurassic World.
and this is a complete Robzilla award. This is his baby every year.
It's my baby.
I give him one job: find me the shittiest fucking movie out there, and then you pick it for an award. And we just put these other 2 in here for for fun.
It's so funny with this category because he literally messaged me and that was like 5 minutes later. He's like, "Don't worry, I've already found it." He was like, "Already?" I said, "Yes." So
He put it in his letterbox review. He was ready.
oh,
to go.
I did. I was ready.
He fired it up.
Yeah.
He was on point with it.
I was. So for me, it's gonna be Jeepers Creepers Reborn. For me, it would be for me.
It's your award, dickhead.
So it's Jeepers Creepers Reborn for me, but White Noise is a close second. And it's a very close second. Now, Jurassic World Dominion, now it's not the worst movie. Now it's the worst. Now it's the worst in the franchise, but I'm just so sick and tired of Chris Pratt at this point.
It was a terrible movie.
Oh yeah. It's still a terrible movie.
The question is here, like, do you grade on a curve? Because obviously Jeepers Creepers Reborn was never going to be good.
Well,
and the other 2 were at least actual films.
It doesn't. There's
White Noise was just awful.
I have to watch it now that it's a shittiest movie.
It's
I
just,
have to know.
it doesn't know what kind of movie it wants to be.
Yeah, it's just all over the place. Man.
Right. Well, it's just like Jeepers Creepers. I literally laughed at 2 parts because it was fucking hilarious. Because what it was is like some guy making some kind of joke, and a kill scene, which I was just laughing at. But it's just like I figured there was no way for them to not ruin, but make a more worse movie than they did with Jeepers Creepers 3, and they did it with this one. The CGI is the worst thing I've ever seen. They made a creeper look fucking horrible. Everything.
I was waiting for it, man.
His finger was hovering.
I was waiting. Like that went on way too long.
I know. I was watching his face. That's why I stopped.
Oh, I tried to hit the button earlier, but it didn't go, and I was like, "Why the fuck is this not working?"
So Jeepers Creepers Reborn is the shittiest movie.
Let's go back up. Here's where you need the sound of Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, where he says, like, that's one great big pile of shit. Over
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
That went way too long. I'm surprised you got that much out of it. That was a shock.
All right. Next up in the Sleazys, we have Best Limited Series. And typically this is kind of one of those awards where it just depends what comes out that year.
Mhm.
I don't even think did we do this last year? We might have done one award. I
I
can't
believe
remember.
so.
We did
'Cause
something like
I think
it at
we did
least.
because I went off of every category we did last year. But first up is Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Obviously, that was a Netflix special. And then we have another Netflix special, Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. So let's go with PBS first on this one. Did you watch Dahmer?
I did not.
You didn't.
No interest.
No interest. So you have no skin in this game.
I have seen, well, I do have skin that I really like the other one. And I'm sure if I'd seen Dahmer, I probably still would have picked Cabinet of Curiosity.
Yeah.
But I have seen the 20 million Dahmer memes. So I feel like I know the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Hot Sauce, what do you think?
I did not get all the way through Dahmer. It was something the wife and I were watching together, and it just kind of like other things pop up. Enjoyed what I saw. I can't think of his name off the top of my head there.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters.
Yeah, Evan Peters.
Great in the role.
Phenomenal as
Yeah.
Dahmer.
Great in the role. I'd probably have to go Cabinet of Curiosities though.
Okay. So we've got two Cabinet of Curiosities. Rob, what are you going with?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Cabinet of Curiosity as well. Dahmer was fantastic. The memes is great, but I love how that universe is with Cabinet of Curiosities and
The what?
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go
Is
with
that the Margot of Curiosity?
The Margot.
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 Okay.
It's Cabinet of Curiosity, sir.
Oh, it's
Cabinet.
Cabinet.
Yeah, the
Okay.
T at the end
It's
is silent.
French.
Okay. So I think I'm in agreement with you guys. Dahmer was really good. And I mean, it was one of those movies or one of those shows I watched right away, watched it all the way through as quickly as possible. Cabinet of Curiosities, it was a couple weeks, wasn't it?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it was. I think they did 2 shows a day for like 4 days or
4
something.
days.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, there's one episode, well, 2 episodes in there that I just really fucking loved. What was the one with the morgue
The autopsy.
Yeah,
whatever.
with what's his face in it?
F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray Abraham. Yeah, that was great. And then our boy
Peter Weller.
man, that one was great. So I think we're all in agreement here. We're just gonna give Cabinet of Curiosities the win on this one.
I was really looking forward to that last year, and it really
It
I think
delivered.
paid off.
It delivered, and even the episodes that weren't as great were still good
Really
and
well done,
entertaining.
yeah.
So it was real well. And I'm normally not. What do you call that when it's every episode's different?
An anthology.
An
Anthology.
anthology. I'm normally not an anthology kind of guy, but I really did enjoy this one. I thought it was good.
I'm glad to see the sort of anthology episodic format kind of come back.
Excellent. Excellent. So are we ready to move on to the next award?
See.
All right. Best cinematography. I think this is one that PBS really enjoys. There's 2 awards that he really looks forward to.
Well, I mean, I think you notice it even more nowadays, like how a movie looks, because some of them are kind of so plain anymore. So when something comes along,
Right.
has its own look, you're like, wow, okay,
And
that's
everything's CGI too,
good. There is so many little things.
Very
CGI.
few practical effects.
Yeah,
a lot of
it's-
stuff is generated.
So first up is Elvis for that. And that was good. It had
It had its own look, its own vibe.
Yeah, definitely. Babylon, some of the scenes where they were filming, they were shooting the movies and you get to see like the sunset and stuff like that. that was pretty cool. Very good looking movie, and you really get what they're going for when you know the
vibe of
tone
the
of that
series.
movie. Yeah. The Batman
That's
next up.
Yeah.
Batman it was a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
The way they recreated Gotham and some of the scenes in the rain.
Very gothic
Yeah,
style.
it was shot well. I mean, I was very impressed.
The scene, I mean, it was in all the previews where he like lights up the flare when he's
Yeah.
helping the people
Mhm.
out after the bomb or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot that's good. Very impressive about that. I was kind of sad that it didn't get nominated for a lot of awards. It's just one of those forgotten movies.
It's a superhero.
Between being a
comic book movie.
superhero movie, the fact that it came out almost like a full year ago, or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's forgotten. It just came out in that Twilight Zone
Mm.
area where you know people just don't consider it or it gets forgotten about because
And
of
it's
the new
DC,
stuff.
so it's automatically
Yeah.
And
kinda
we're
looked down
talking
on.
about nominees, and we're like, I was like, well, the Batman, because it literally just came out when we had the Sleazys last year, and so we really wanted to put that in the category as well.
Right. And then we've got Flynn's favorite, J-Bone's favorite movie, The Banshees of Inisherin. He had to coach us on how to say that earlier.
Mhm.
I think you got
He was like, make sure you say this right.
it.
We don't want any Margots being said
Yeah.
tonight.
Or
Oh, is
make
that
you
what
feel
brought
like a
that on?
fool.
Got his finger off and throw it at
Well, I
you.
kept
Yeah.
asking him every time I was like putting a sheet together or slide together. I was like, so how does this sound? Is this right? Am I saying this right? Because, you know, I didn't want to be talked down to like he did to Robzilla.
Mhm.
Why are you talking?
We all have to
Why are you
talk down to
talking like
Robzilla.
this?
Let's say, isn't that just like what happens?
Yeah.
yeah.
And then last but not least, for best cinematography nominee, we have Everything Everywhere All at Once, which has been the dominant movie throughout the award season. So, but very cool shot movie. I really enjoyed this movie, and you know,
The way through they go through the different multiverses. And
Yeah,
everything looks
yeah.
a little different.
yeah, everything's kind of got its own world, you know, when they go through, you know, the multiverse, like you said. But definitely a cool fucking movie, and it's got a really cool look to it throughout the movie. So, and hot sauce, what are you going with here for best cinematography?
Out of these choices that we have, cinematography, I honestly would probably go Babylon,
Yeah,
just because the feel of it, and you know, it's like you got to see a movie being made.
Yeah.
So you really saw like more of the, you know, like when they were running to get the replacement camera,
yeah.
and they had to, you know, they rent the cameras out and they kept destroying them in the bomb
And
scenes, and
the look you see of like all the
Right.
people like
Mhm.
scattered out across the land that they were filming on.
you really got a good it made you feel like you were watching like a large set, like
Yeah.
you really felt like you were looking at something impressive there of them shooting.
All right, Robzilla.
I'm gonna go with the Batman, but you know, very good points with hot sauce with Babylon, but
You ain't got to suck my dick just because I'm here, buddy.
no, it's
The last Sleazys you about got smacked, so don't push your luck tonight.
You got some fine points there.
Was that 2 Sleazys ago, or was that
I can't remember.
It would have been 2 ago because I
Because
was
you
in
weren't-
Chicago
yeah,
for
you weren't
last
here.
year.
when he took your thunder?
Yeah. This motherfucker.
Made sense.
Sorry.
You're like, you actually make sense.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go with the Batman. I
Okay.
just feel they got it right with how Gotham should look, the darkness, the gothic look to it. So I'm gonna go with the Batman.
All right, PBS.
I'm torn because I do like the Batman, but Babylon just looked great.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It is a
Whatever you may not
well-
have liked about anything else, it looked amazing.
It was fun. It was a well shot movie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Babylon.
Oh man.
It's
You
tough
know,
choice.
going into this, I was all for the Batman.
Yeah.
And listening to Hot Sauce, and then you talk about this, I'm switching sides. I'm flip flopping here. I'm going Babylon.
It's a good choice.
Babylon for best cinematography 2023.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, like Hot Sauce said, it had like a big look and feel, and it felt like you were looking at movies. You
Right,
know? And
right.
it's just
And it wasn't like a Marvel movie winning a cinematic where it's just the flash and the
Right.
CGI. It
Right.
looked good.
right.
It was a good movie, man. I liked
Yeah.
it. And not just because I got to see like a giant orgy at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. And cocaine being snorted.
Right. A giant pile of
A
cocaine.
giant, yeah. Snow
that
piles.
Margot Robbie
Margot
snorts on.
Robbie.
Snorts on.
Mm.
All right, moving on to the next award. We've got Best Score, and the nominees are
Exactly the same, almost.
almost the same.
Yeah.
Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Batman, Babylon, and Top Gun Maverick. You know, you got to include that Lady Gaga score in there.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay, so Rob, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go Batman, even though other ones are fantastic, but I like the score of the Batman the most.
Okay, so you're going Batman.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Wow. You know, when we did Best Score last year, we were talking, and I was like, no one's going to beat the Batman next year. No one's beating it. I don't care. There was something about that, you know, the when the music hits in the Batman, it gave you like an extra feel while you were watching the movie. Like you were like, holy shit, this is intense. This is great. And I don't think anybody, you know, Babylon's probably a close second because of all the, you know, the music. And that was great. The music that they did for that movie. But there's something about the added dimension of the score to the Batman that enhances that movie and pushes it to the next level. So I'm going Batman. So we got two Batmans. Hot sauce.
I'm looking at PBS because I feel like we're going to get outvoted here. Not saying you and I are going to agree, but I kind of feel like we're going to get outvoted here. You know, as much as I would like to say Top Gun, just because it really fit with the Top Gun thematic of what you're looking at. You when someone says Top Gun, you have a thought in your mind of what that movie's going to be.
You enjoyed the flag football score, didn't you?
Oh, loved it. It was the best. Wish I'd have seen it in the theater, so it'd have been a bigger screen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Babylon though, just because of the old, you know, the old Hollywood, you know, the music that they were playing during the shoots, and you know the different things going on, and the music really tied everything together. It
was good.
The theme.
The trumpet playing was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was good. I'll give it that.
And do Babylon.
So we've got
two
Batmans, one Babylon. What happens if we tie? Do we coin?
What happens if Top Gun automatically wins because it's got Highway to the Danger Zone?
I mean,
just
that
technically
kinda
more of a
trumps
soundtrack
everything.
than a score.
Yeah.
but-
Does it count? I mean,
No, we were kind of talking about it the other day, and I told Sleazy, if you were to play me the scores from movies for last year, I probably couldn't identify anything other than the Batman. When everybody was doing their Spotify like year raps or whatever those things were,
right.
YouTube decided to do one too, and like the Batman was on there for like the most song I listened to the most or something.
Oh wow,
which was surprising. But I loved that Batman theme alone.
So do you like play that and get down and do push-ups in your room?
No.
Like, I'm gonna fucking win today.
Maybe while I'm making some breakfast, like let me put the bacon in here and put the Batman on the phone.
Can you hear that big like, and he's like flipping the pancake?
Right.
Light flickers, like.
And I love the '89 Batman Danny Elfman score.
Yeah.
So this kind of all the Batman scores in a way have something to live up to for me, and I really thought this one did it. Like I say, if you were to play me scores from last year, this would probably be the only one I could actually recognize.
Well, that's excellent. Batman has just won 2 awards at the Sleazys. It's cleaning up, and I didn't even really like. It wasn't a great movie. Like,
I liked the movie.
I liked it, but it was a little too long for some reason for what it was.
Yeah,
I felt like I was like, man, this movie could end anytime.
Yeah.
I'll admit I've fallen asleep on it a couple times.
I haven't even rewatched it yet because I don't want to commit 3 hours of my time to it.
I think
I've fallen
once was good
asleep
enough
a
for
couple
me.
times.
I figure when a sequel comes out, I'll rewatch it.
It's
Just to hear Paul Dano
it's
singing.
like-
Oh, Mary."
He was great, wasn't he?
He is a fantastic Riddler.
He was great. Okay, so far we've got the shittiest movie is awarded to Jeepers Creepers, right?
Yep. Reborn.
And then what else did we have? We had
Cinematography.
cinematography,
I think this is our third one. Will score.
and cinema went to the Batman.
Yep.
Okay, and best score went to
I
Batman.
thought it went to Babylon.
Yeah, I thought
I'm talking
third,
about
but
Babylon.
Oh,
went to
yeah,
Babylon.
I'm sorry. Cinematography was Babylon.
Babylon.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Babylon.
the score is Batman.
and score is Batman. I have to write these down because not that I won't listen to this 3 times over again, but by the time I listen to them back, I'll have wanted to share this on social media. Okay, so we ready to move on to our next award.
Let's do it.
Best horror / thriller. And the nominees are Bodies, 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 Significant Other, Barbarian.
I think you've got Barbarian on the wrong slicer. That should be on shittiest movie,
Oh wow.
depending on who you ask.
Get fucked. Get fucked. Megan. And last but not least, Halloween Ends, which was probably the most anticipated horror, mainstream horror movie, I guess you could say. So Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was kind of like a whodunit type movie.
Whodunit thriller.
Yeah. Pete Davidson is in it. I don't really know anybody else that's in it. It was fairly entertaining. I'll say that. Is it the best? I don't think so, but it's worth a nomination for the year. Significant Other with Micah Monroe, and I forget the other guy's name, but he's actually nominated for Best Supporting Actor later on. So
She knocked a few out last year too.
yeah, she did. I still haven't seen the other one, The Watcher.
Yeah, Watcher.
So I'm gonna get to that this weekend though. I
That was
promise.
the
She's
one
in It
with,
Follows as well.
I watched The Watcher.
But that didn't
Well,
come out
there's,
last
I
year.
know.
there's
I'm
The
just saying.
Watcher and
Yeah.
Watcher.
Because we talk about
Yeah,
how much we
The
like
Watcher,
that movie.
right?
It
No,
Follows.
this one, The Watcher, is on Netflix. And I think it's a series.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought
Yeah.
about nominating that for
And
limited
Watcher
series.
is the movie. They both came out around the same time.
Yeah.
So we've got Barbarian, which was probably, the most popular horror movie of the year, I would say.
Definitely came out of nowhere, I think.
Yeah.
Megan, and then Halloween Ends, of course. I just said that. Okay, so Significant Other, that was a nice little thriller, sci-fi
Paramount
thriller.
Plus.
Paramount Plus. Barbarian, super cool fucking movie. Justin Long's in it, the second half of the movie and on.
Bill Skarsgård's in it for a little while.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård's in it. That's right. Excellent villain in John Wick 4, by the way.
Marquis.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Marquis de Mont.
The Marquis. Do you think he would mispronounce Robert Margret?
Oh, not at all.
He'd probably say it very French.
Robert
I'm French. It's like, I don't mispronounce those words.
Margret. Okay. About a room that's in a basement that leads to other adventures. Super cool fucking movie.
How many square foot does that add on to your place?
Should we ask Justin Long about
Just
that?
curious about that from my
Yeah.
Zillow listing.
And then Megan was creepy as fuck.
Creepy, but very fun.
Creepy, but very fun. Yes.
Yeah.
And that movie really could have been rated R. I think that's its biggest downfall is it's PG-13. There's not enough gory kill scenes in it.
Got to get the kids to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's exactly what they were going for. They were trying to hit that PG-13 kind of feel horror movie that everybody can go see. But it would be way much better as a rated R movie.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, give us what we want.
Okay.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Okay, now Halloween Ends. I did mention this was probably the most anticipated horror movie of the year, and it fell short to many people's expectations.
Mhm.
Very upset.
A
Very
lot of people,
divisive.
yeah, they were like, "There's not enough Michael Myers in it. How dare you not make the movie that I want?"
Yeah. I want it remade now. Too fucking bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's over. You're going to get another one in a couple years.
You'll get one in like another 5 years.
as soon as the rights move on to another production company. You'll get another one.
Yep, that's how it works.
Y'all right over there, hot sauce?
Just sitting up, just moving,
All
just
right.
adjusting. You know I can't fucking sit still.
I
get
know,
yelled
there's
at every
no-
week.
There's no fidget spinners over here for
Can't
you.
kick my feet up on anything. Like you guys know how many times I sit back when I'm leaning back because I'm
I
lifting
hear
my
it.
feet up on the desk.
I hear it every time too.
I'm sorry. I got to get a shitty mic. I don't want you to hear me.
Right.
You just need a dynamic mic where it only picks up what's in front
Okay.
instead of the room.
Okay.
Okay, so hot sauce. I want you to start this one off. Who are you going with?
I two that were just based on the categories that they're in alone, but I thought they were both very fun to watch. Were Megan and Barbarian. So it's it's weird for me to say it's a fun horror movie or a fun thriller movie, but they were fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, the theme behind it of being a, you know, quote unquote scary movie, but they were fun to watch. Were, you know, Megan and Barbarian. So that alone right there just kind of raises them above the rest of the nominees for me. I'd probably have to go with Barbarian, only based on the fact that it was something kind of different. Like we haven't really seen something like that. We you could kind of figure out what was going along as it happened, but it wasn't something we've done. Megan, let's be realistic. It's a futuristic Chucky.
Yeah.
It's a futuristic Chucky. It was fun, but it was a futuristic
It's
Chucky.
a new twist on something we've already seen before.
So and that's I'd go Barbarian. My pick will be Barbarian.
Okay, excellent. And you must not have taken physics in school since
I did not. No,
not.
what did I miss?
All right, so moving along to Robzilla.
I'm going to go Barbarian as well. It was different, but there was quite a few scenes where it was super creepy, and you felt really uncomfortable, and it was really scary to me, anyways. So I'm gonna go with Barbarian.
Did you pull the dog tight too?
I did.
Like, it's okay, Brownie.
It's okay, Brownie. He was like looking up at me with his dead eyes.
He had no clue what was
No
going
one's gonna kidnap us while we're sleeping, Brownie.
As he falls asleep.
I promise.
I could go for a milk bottle right now.
So Barbarian for me.
PBS.
I guess I'm gonna go to left field. I'm gonna pick Halloween Ends.
Really?
There's something about it. They tried for something. I don't think they exactly succeeded, but I liked it. I like Barbarian's good. Significant Other was fine. I still haven't seen Bodies and Megan, which I want to, but I appreciate that Halloween Ends and the new trilogy really kind of went for something. And especially I'd say Halloween Ends was about more like Haddonfield and the nature of things.
Yeah.
And I get it. Yeah, there wasn't enough Michael Myers, this, that. Yeah, that's fine. But that one kid did get his face blowtorched, and that was pretty like, God damn.
Yeah. That was pretty, yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with Halloween Ends.
All right. You know, I agree with you with Halloween Ends. They didn't give us the same Michael Myers movie that we've seen, 10 times already?
Mm.
And they gave us an ending to the Michael Myers saga, and as you could say. And they really they swung for a home run, and they didn't quite hit it, but I appreciate the them trying to do something different. And it, I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it, but it was still good.
Yeah.
And I was still very entertained. So, but I will say Bodies is just, it just needed to be nominated because it was a little different. Significant Other, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed
I
it
did too. I liked it. It was good.
And that would probably be my runner-up. Halloween Ends would be third. And I mean, Barbarian was just the funnest fucking horror movie this year. I had a good time watching that in the theater. And anything that kind of gives me that feeling that I'm a kid again. And that's kind of how I felt watching that movie. So it's Barbarian for me. Barbarian all the way.
Barbarian and Significant Other both have this thing where you don't quite know where they're going.
Yeah.
And especially in a horror movie, that's kind of something, because all movies are formulaic at some point. But you're kind of like, okay, are they going to go this way? Are they going to go that way? They keep you guessing.
Too many times, it's so easy to kind of guess where the movie's going after you,
like Smile.
Yeah. Anything with those,
and not that it can't be good, even when you know where it's going.
Yeah.
But when it kind of throws you for a loop or two, it's kind of okay.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, it was the funnest movie this year, and I think it was probably the most well-received horror movie this year.
Yeah,
aside from a couple critics that were upset about the physics and the science part of it.
And what they, in my opinion, is what they did was that was really smart. Was that they had a trailer for it, but it is nothing to what it ends up being for it.
Well, they don't even tell you anything in the trailer, so you didn't know what the movie was about.
Yeah, even like 20, 30 minutes into the movie, you're still not exactly sure what it's
because
about.
at first you're kind of thinking like, oh, something's gonna happen here, this and that. You're like, well, whatever, and then something happens, like, well,
Because you kind of think what's his, Bill Skarsgård is gonna be some fucking rapist or something.
murderous.
You're like, just
or
has to
serial
be.
killer.
Just has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you look
has
at
to,
him,
has to be a weirdo.
he's a tall, creepy bastard. You're like,
And it
this
doesn't
dude-
turn out to be that way.
The
at all.
weird guy
not
has
at
to be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not so
Exactly.
much.
Turns out he was just a nice guy
Yeah,
that made a really bad decision.
Yeah.
But okay, so Barbarian is our 2023 best horror / thriller winner.
Just on your recap list over there, did you do limited series? Because we did that when that was our second category. I think we forgot it.
Cabinet.
Oh, I didn't.
Guillermo.
Yeah, I'll get
Yeah.
it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Guillermo.
Okay, so on to the next award. Best TV / streaming series of 2022. All right, so first up,
Full house on this one, ladies and gentlemen.
this is a lot of shows.
Full house.
It's a lot of
This is a
shows.
lot of shows that I didn't
I
see.
see, and I'm looking, and there's a show I completely forgot to put on. I'm so upset because it's one of my favorite shows.
What's that?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Dude, it's just, there's just so much shit.
There really is. I mean, look at all this around here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's too much. I don't
It's
know how
too
we
much.
I don't know how we kept up with it. Well, some of us did, not
Yeah.
anybody in particular over there.
Nobody that hasn't seen Gladiator would watch all of these.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've got The Bear, which was an FX feature. That was a great TV series. About
Yes, chef.
Come on, cousin. Come on, cousin.
Yes, chef. But it's about a guy who inherits his brother's restaurant, and he's actually a kind of a washed up, successful chef, I guess you can call
Fine
that.
dining New York chef.
Yeah, and he ends up with his brother's business in Chicago, right?
I'll say, is this the one that was based on the Chicago restaurant that
Yeah.
the guy that some tie to the actual physical location? The guy just passed away or something.
Yeah,
recently.
something of that nature, I think.
The previous owner or current owner or something to do with it.
All right, Stranger Things 4, season 4, which was probably the most intense season of Stranger Things yet, and probably didn't this break Netflix streaming records?
Yeah. It
So very, very great season. I mean, I'm ready for it to end though.
It's time.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
time.
time.
And I'm surprised they didn't end it with this one.
And I thought that was going to be the end of it, but
No, it's not. Season 2 of The White Lotus on HBO Max. Your typical show about people going crazy in a fancy hotel and managers abusing their power. But I thought this was one of the best series this year, so it definitely had to be nominated. Euphoria on HBO Max. I mean, what's her face's boobs, let alone get it nominated, right? What's that girl's name?
Sydney Sweeney,
Sydney Sweeney.
who's
I
also
watched it.
in the White Lotus
Is she?
season 1.
Oh yeah, season 1 she is.
She's
Yeah,
one of the daughters.
that's right. But yeah, I mean, her boobs alone get a nomination. So, but I
Did give it its own category.
no. We
Don't
should
give
do
him
that
any
next
ideas
year.
for next year.
What
Yeah.
was
best nude scene.
what was that website that used to be like Mr. Skin or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
got
mean,
knocked up or
the
whatever.
White Lotus, it takes place in Italy.
Yeah.
It's a resort in Italy this time. I forget what was the resort in season 1?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay, but
I don't
this
know
time,
which island, but Hawaii.
And what's your boy from Cabinet of Curiosities?
F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray
Yeah, I saw that
Abraham
he
was
was
in
in
this. He was excellent. And then what's his face from The Sopranos? Michael. He was in.
Michael Imperioli.
Yeah, he was in this. And
I mean, it's a banger. It's a banger of a cast. You got
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge on there, Stifler's mom, fucking Uncle Rico. Come on, man.
He's in
How
a
can you
couple
not like
episodes.
Uncle Rico?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's a pretty stellar show. I'll give it that. But yeah, and we're talking about boobs here. I mean, there's a hooker that there's two hookers that kind of
Work their way through the hotel.
yeah, I mean, they
visitors.
go to the hotel every night and sit at the bar and pick somebody up. That's how they make their living. But this one hooker, man,
I
that
thought he was going
sex
to go
scene-
for one of those anecdotes.
Hot Sauce knows what I'm talking about, but that sex scene, perfect boobs. That's all I'm going to say. Perfect boobs.
I thought he was going to go like, that meme where like there's two wolves inside you, there's two hookers inside you, and
Yeah, I
Or he's
wish.
inside 2 hookers. One of the
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, the dad was definitely. But I mean, aside from the hookers, it is a phenomenal show. Then we have another HBO original, HBO Max, House of the Dragon, which is the prequel to Game of Thrones. And
That's a good show.
this was a really good show. Has its fair share of boobs too.
Mhm.
So, not that makes any show a winner.
Or a loser.
Yeah, but
This helps.
it's got some fucking dragons and titties. You can't go wrong with
That's
it.
all you need.
It's all you
Mindless
need in
dragons
life.
and titties.
Dragons and titties, baby.
Oh my.
Then we have Wednesday, which is probably the most popular show this year
Yeah.
on Netflix, I would say. But
Jenna Ortega really.
I don't
blew
know
up.
the numbers on Wednesday, but I thought it mirrored, or it was somewhat close to Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's up there. It's one of the top streaming ones.
All right.
Netflix.
Moving along, we have another HBO Max original, Barry. And Barry just continues to be good. Every year it's just good. And I think that's probably coming to a halt. So the next season will probably be the last. I'm not 100% sure.
I think Bill Hader came out and said that next
Yeah.
season's the last one.
Because, I mean, the way this one ends, you're like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
But super good show. And, I mean, it definitely needed to be nominated. And then we have Stallone making his way into the streaming world with Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. I fucking love this show.
I've seen a lot of TikToks and I want to watch it. I haven't
If
watched
you're
it.
a Sly fan, you got to watch it. I mean, it's Sylvester Stallone at his best. But definitely a cool movie. He's a guy who doesn't narc on the mob, and he goes to prison, finally gets out, and there's really no place for him in the family when he gets out. So they're like, we want to send you to Tulsa and you take care of this territory. So, and then from there,
He's locked up for like what, 25, 30 years or something like that.
his daughter's all grown up when he gets out, wants nothing to do with him, that type of thing.
Right.
But it's a good movie. And then we've got Amazon Prime, Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. And this one I just nominated for Mr. PBS because
That's something to vote on. It's the only fucking one he watched.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. So, and moving along, we've got another Netflix on here. This one's just for Robbie Zilla, Alice in Borderland, which is a phenomenal show, I might add.
Yeah.
So, but is it the best TV/streaming series? Rob, your vote is first.
Well, I love Alice in Borderland, but if you want to go by that, like best streaming, I'm gonna have to go Stranger Things 4. I mean, this is a phenomenal season, but I'm just gonna go Stranger Things 4 for me.
All right. PBS.
I get hit up my Tolkien Rings of Power.
Okay. Lord of the Rings, Rings of
Very
Power.
divisive, I guess, amongst some people, but I thought it was a pretty solid show for the most part.
Hot sauce.
Not being a Thrones guy, I jumped in feet first to House of the Dragon because I wanted to ride the wave that everyone else rode 12 years ago when they watched Game of Thrones.
Right.
So I enjoyed that very much so. But I'd probably have to go Stranger Things 4. Despite there being 2-hour-long episodes of a series, it was good.
It was
a
good.
very good series.
And it all culminated to a showdown at the end that just paid off so fucking good.
And it's
Yeah.
like 3 separate stories.
Yeah.
That's intertwined together.
It was so
basically.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say, I enjoyed Wednesday. I don't think it's the best show this year, but it deserved to be nominated. They did a really good job. Jenna Ortega was phenomenal in it.
I think one of the best things about that was it's done by Tim Burton, but it's not over the top Tim Burton.
Right.
I think that's why I liked it too.
House of Dragon was phenomenal. Great first season of that. I can't wait to see where they go with it.
Yeah.
I love Game of Thrones, so it's nice to, still get your Game of Thrones fix, but it not, it's something new. And even though you kind of know what happens, it is what it is.
Well, I think the writer came out and said that to tell the story, it should be like 4 to 5 seasons, like 10 episodes a piece to tell what he wants to explain with everything.
Fuck George R.R. Martin. He can't even finish a goddamn book.
Right. Do you think he's really trying to write the whole time, or do you think he's like banging hookers in Italy at the White Lotus?
He's probably trying to do
hope
both at
not.
the same time, probably.
You think he wears his hat while he's having sex?
Oh, yeah. You know he is.
Definitely.
That was a very reassuring, resounding yes.
It's every picture that man's in,
Definitely.
he's got that hat on.
He's
Do you
got
think
that hat
the way he
covers
takes it
up
up.
like bald spot or something, or you think it's just his thing?
It could, but I'm not sure.
You think he's like, you're gonna take this dick?
You're gonna take it. You're gonna take.
You gotta
that
take
dick.
it like the hookers in my Game of Thrones novels take it.
Do you think there's like some woman out there who sees her breasts being described in a George R. R. Martin book? He's like, that's me. He's talking about me there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he just like goes around and fucks hookers all the time and then, you know, kind of reimagines it as like his fantasy. So, but I'm going Stranger Things season 4. It was definitely the best show. I think it was the most show that was looked forward to this year, most anticipated show. And it just had a ton of hype, even though it was a binge. So, but yeah, I'm going Stranger Things season 4. Sorry.
Then can we just award the 2023 one right now? Because we know what it's going to be.
What's that?
The Last of Us.
The Last of
It's
Us.
gonna
Yeah,
be hard.
it's gonna be Last
It's
of
gonna
Us.
be hard to fucking beat.
Dude, that was
It's
a
gonna be
great
fun to
fucking
watch,
show.
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very hard to beat. We say that now, then something's gonna come out
Right.
like, man, it just. You know.
It is a good fucking show. I mean,
Mhm.
I think I think we're just gonna be let down the rest of the year
Yeah.
because it was so fucking good,
Nothing can touch The Last of Us.
and we're not gonna get another season of it for like 2 more years.
Yeah.
So, it's probably gonna take them forever to fucking find an abandoned town and build it up and film in it, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, The Last of Us is definitely gonna win next year. I just don't see anything beating it. So,
Be tough.
all right, best sci-fi / comic series is our next category, and we have Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. That's a Mr. PBS one right there.
Boldly going.
That's a Paramount Plus one. Disney Plus's She-Hulk. Prime Video, The Boys season 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Disney Plus Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Disney Plus Moon Knight. So this just seems like a Disney Plus award almost. It's very Disney Plus heavy.
I think it was last year too.
Yeah,
I feel like it was a heavy
because they make
Disney.
all the comic book stuff now.
Yeah.
and sci-fi, I guess you could say. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds is great Star Trek. I got to tell you that right now. Great sci-fi. It just has a great look to it. I mean, very adventurous episodes.
Trek for people who like Trek.
Yes, I mean, you really can't
And
say
maybe
much
even people
more.
who don't.
Yeah. She-Hulk, I thought it was decent. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
The payoff with Daredevil
That's what paid off for me.
but I think a lot of people don't like it because it's through a perspective of a woman, and it's a lot of guys watching these comic book shows or whatever. But you know, I didn't mind any of that. I thought it was cool. I liked the cameos in it, and I watched it every week. So The Boys, man. What else can you say?
Jensen Ackles joining the cast this season.
Yeah, it was a great fucking season. And I mean, Soldier Boy,
My God.
fucking pussy.
Turn you into a sniveling
I mean,
pussy.
a very adult comic book show,
Very.
but it's
Adult.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. And I don't think it's won a Sleazys yet. It's been nominated. I don't think it's won. And then moving on, the show we've all been looking forward to since Disney Plus's launch, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Finally.
I thought it was great, man.
It was great.
Thought it was so fucking good, and the cinematography was beautiful in this. The way they
Very.
shot it, and some of the scenes at night with the lightsabers. I mean, it just looks so beautiful. But and then Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Can't beat it.
I love it. Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was probably the best of the Marvel shows this year.
Yeah.
This year. What's his face?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac was great.
Ethan Hawke as the villain.
Ethan Hawke as the villain was good. But Oscar did a great job playing all those multiple personalities.
Yep.
So Moon Knight was a great show, I thought. It definitely deserved to be nominated. But if I'm going to pick one to win it all, I'm going with The Boys. What do you say, PBS?
Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds should be on TV.
It really should. I don't think it should be a streaming only
Yeah,
thing.
that should be if it was on TV, I bet it'd be doing some real good numbers. I think it's like the best Trek show in a decade or whatever.
Oh, definitely.
I take it over Discovery. I'd even take it over Picard from what I've seen of Picard so far. I still got to catch up with the latest season.
I don't know about that. This season right now, Picard is
I've been seeing the reviews have been pretty good, but
chef's kiss.
Strange New Worlds, like I said, it's back to sort of the more episodic stuff. It's still got storylines that carry over and everything, but it's like it's what I want in a TV show and a Star Trek show. And like I say, it should be on television. I think a ton of people will be watching.
Is it as good as the Orville though? I didn't even nominate the Orville.
I haven't kept up with
I've
the Orville.
Watched Orville.
Oh, the last season of Orville's good.
And it was good when I watched the first season or two, but
It got like a movie budget for the Hulu.
The Orville was doing what Star Trek used to do.
Yeah.
And Strange New Worlds is doing what Star Trek used to do now. So it would almost, I don't know if it would make the Orville obsolete or not.
Right. So I've got one for the boys, one for Star Trek New Worlds. Hot sauce.
The Boys. I think that was a last minute throw in by me too for this category.
Oh, it was getting nominated eventually.
Okay. All right.
So,
I didn't see it on there when I was doing the nominations. I'm like, hey man, it's adding in, Soldier Boy, and then Homelander is the fucking dickhead that you love to fucking hate.
Right.
Fuck Homelander, you fucking prick. What's he gonna do now?
I love those TikToks that like where people show like Homelander freaking out, and it's like that, my reaction to this and this when I don't get my way, and it's Homelander freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean, in the orgy. How can you not like the superhero orgy?
Oh my god.
The
superhero orgy.
Snake dick answering the door. I mean, we're fucking anything that's
You
got a
melted
hole.
my cock ring.
We're fucking anything with a hole. Even if you don't got a hole, we'll find a hole. Like
Yeah, find something.
The Boys. It's got to be the Boys.
We know what Rob's picking.
Oh, I'm picking the boys.
The Boys it is for the 2023
I
best
mean,
sci-fi comics.
Adding Jensen Ackles, and then you got Carl, Urban as Billy Butcher, and it's just even like the first episode is fucking outrageous.
And it's just going to keep getting better too.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's
Just been added on.
he's going to be added on for season 4.
Mhm.
So it may win another Sleazy. Watch out
Yeah.
now. I don't know if does it premiere this year again?
I think they just got done filming.
I feel like that's a quick turn. Almost.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
they'd have another
Yeah.
season right away.
I know that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was on set.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan was on set, so he must be filling his parts.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But I mean, everybody on this list deserved to be there, but there can only be one winner, one standout, and the Boys definitely, it takes the cake this year.
Yeah.
So, hats off to them. I hope it keeps getting better.
Yeah.
So,
And they have spinoffs coming too.
as long as they got Soldier Boy coming back,
they have to.
yeah,
They have
it's
to.
got to happen.
See, and I can't stand the prick. I'm a Homelander fan. I hate him so much. I like him.
Yeah.
Who would have thought I raised a
But
fucking pussy?
like you. But I'm your son.
Yeah. All right. So now we're getting into the meat of the show here. And we've got Best Supporting Actress. And this was a touchy subject for some people, during the award season. But I think hopefully, we're going to vote on this and hopefully we get it right. But the nominees are, and correct me if I'm saying this right, Stephanie Sue, right?
That should be the name of the category. Should be which name does Sleazy pronounce correctly?
Right. Stephanie Sue, right? From Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Am I saying that right?
I don't know if you pronounce the H a little bit or not in there or not.
Like Sue.
Hasu?
Sue.
Maybe
Sue.
not
Sue.
quite so prominently, but just kind of in there.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't
anybody
really know.
expects.
I wouldn't.
I don't think
Just-
anybody really expects us
Just
to
let
get it
out
right.
an exhale. You go, Stephanie Sue. Just let
Yeah,
out a little
Stephanie
exhale when you do it.
Sue.
Just kind of cover your bases there.
Yeah, the daughter from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't want to sound ignorant, but we just did.
Or
Too late.
offensive. Don't want to come off offensive.
Yeah, that's
Look,
the-
it's all coming from a good place here. I'm sorry.
We're not trying to do it.
Where's
meanly.
J Bone at? He wouldn't know though.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know how to say it.
He might throw
He's
you
like,
for a
yeah, you're
loop.
right.
Now,
That's fine.
if we had a real producer, he'd be on it right now to the Wikipedia
Yes.
page to see how the proper pronunciation is.
Well,
your
the
producers
here.
are like, yeah, they would be. Would
Yeah,
Did
it
you
would
see
be
how he was
great.
like agreeing,
Yeah, it
but
would
he's
be
not
great,
getting on
wouldn't
his
You
phone?
are correct.
the true producers here with us today.
All
Ooh,
right.
Ned.
I'm looking her up on Wikipedia here, because normally Wikipedia gives you a
They
pronunciation.
do give you the pronunciation. I like to go to YouTube videos and find an interview. Someone asked
That's
me.
what I was doing earlier with a few
No,
of those.
so it's is that Fasu or is it just Sue?
Oh, poo. We're all going to be
Here.
on our phones
Here
now.
you go. Look.
Shu. Stephanie Shu.
Stephanie Shu.
The SHOO. Stephanie Shu.
Stephanie Shu. So
I think the F you were referencing there is like a literary mark for something.
Right,
I think it's
okay.
Stephanie Shu.
Stephanie Shu then.
Actually, on IMDb, it says it's pronounced big SHOE. So shoe
Okay.
or show.
So Stephanie Shu, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Keke Palmer. Nope. That's my dark horse for the winner right
Dark
here.
horse.
I'm really hoping. Angela Bassett, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Then we've got Dolly D. Leon from Triangle of Sadness. I think that's PBS's pick right there.
Good.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So, Robzilla, who you picking?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer. Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes in Nope, and it's kind of like,
She was good.
well,
She made the movie good
Yeah.
too.
and well, there's a few scenes like you're like, yeah, you would say the exact same thing that she would say, like, nope, nope,
Right.
head out here.
All right. PBS.
All fine performances. I still haven't seen Wakanda Forever,
But you've seen the clips of Angela Bassett.
and she
going
looked
on.
like she's killing it. I mean,
She
I'm
did
not
a
gonna
great
deny
job,
that.
man. She did a great job.
Great actress. I mean,
Yeah.
regardless of anything.
If I'm
else.
being totally honest, I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis deserved the Oscar this year. I think they gave it to her because, you know, the Oscar has a way of snubbing people for years and then kind of awarding them. You know, like, oh, your wait is over. Here's your award.
it's a
And
fine performance.
I mean, it's
it was good, but
performance.
I mean, not taking anything away from her performance this year. But is she the best supporting actress in a movie this year? She's not. She's not even the best supporting actress in that movie.
I don't feel like she had a big enough of a supporting role to be considered the best supporting actress.
Are you with me when I say that Stephanie Shu should have been nominated
Yes.
along with her?
Yes.
She was.
Yeah,
She was.
Was she?
Yeah.
Was she in the best supporting actress? Well, she deserved. I think she needed to be up there as the. I think her performance was better than Jamie Lee Curtis. That's what I'm
She
saying.
didn't
Yeah.
get nominated from some other awards that people thought she should have.
Yeah,
But
and
she wasn't nominated for an
I didn't
Oscar.
see her with the Oscars, but I know she got. They didn't include her on some of the awards, like you were saying.
Yeah, but she was up there for that one.
Um,
But is it Dolly De Leon? She was good. She kind of helps make the last third of Triangle of Sadness.
She really carries through the third act.
and
Like
she-
she
and she's
carries
great.
hard.
she carries the movie to.
she's
a
good. She's
point.
funny. And I hate that you asked Robzilla first because I really liked Keke Palmer and Nope. And that's another movie that I think did not get enough love.
He just totally mind fucked us all, didn't he? I didn't think he would pick her.
she was great.
I thought he would go with Jamie Lee Curtis, to
Yeah.
be honest with you.
But
You know,
I'm gonna go with Keke because I again that was a movie that I thought didn't get quite enough love.
And this is where the Sleazys differs from your typical award show. We actually we put the politics aside and we nominate the people that fucking deserve it.
From the heart. These
And-
are nominations and awards from the heart.
And
From the heart, baby.
unlike certain members of the Academy, we're not afraid to say like I didn't see that movie. I don't know.
Mhm.
And maybe like I said,
Right.
if I'd seen Wakanda Forever, maybe it would be
Listen,
Angela Bassett.
There's a reason why you're not going to see the whale on this fucking award
Because
show. This year.
nobody's seen it.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't stream it or I'd have watched it too.
and I'm not paying $20 to watch the whale. I'm sorry.
yeah.
And I really don't want to watch it because that shit depresses me. Like I can't even
It's-
watch the 600-pound my
Oh, that's-
600-pound life.
That's Tracy's thing.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking depressing.
It
and
is.
I don't think it's something that I want to watch just yet.
It's like life's depressing already. I don't need to watch
Right.
a movie about being
Right.
depressed.
And I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm 100 from the clips that I've seen. Brendan Fraser does a fine job.
yeah, right.
And don't take any offense to this, Brendan Fraser. I don't think you will.
Fraser.
Frazier. Uh, I'm gonna say Frasier for the rest of my life. Fuck it, who cares?
He does.
Well,
Just imagine
You
it's
can
it's
just call him.
imagine it's Brendan Fraser Ramon.
Just call him Link.
but I mean, I just couldn't. It wasn't readily available, and I don't think they really care that they get it out to the the people that vote on these award shows. But I'll watch it one day when I feel like watching it when it's available. We'll just say that. But and I nothing against him. I know it's a fine performance, and he did a great job. He was probably the most well deserving. But this is this is the award show that all the movies we watched and what we thought was the best. So that's what it is. All right, so hot sauce, where are you going?
I'm probably gonna go with Dolly De Leon, because
Dolly De Leon.
she and Triangle of Sadness. I really enjoyed the movie, and I think we kind of talked. I think last week, what would you watch again out of those best picture act movies? I enjoyed that, and the third act really brought it home. The first act, second act were good. Third act brought it home, and she fucking killed it in the third act.
Takes over.
So should she have been the best actress then? With the third act of a movie alone, could she have won best actress?
I think it was. That's one of those ones that's tough, where it's more of an ensemble piece. I think.
Yeah. Dolly's my best supporting actress, just because she came out of the shadows and just fucking slayed it.
She was good, man, and she owned that movie at the end there. I could have done with that, like an act of that movie being wiped out, though. It just kind of drug. It was a little long and kind of drug in parts.
I thought the beginning was a little much. It establishes sort of like the sexual politics between the couple that comes back later at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
but I think we all got it.
Yeah. And I got why they needed to put everything in it,
Yeah.
but for the casual movie viewer, I felt it could have been condensed just a tad. But like I said, Jamie Lee Curtis, she did a fine job in that movie. Is she the best supporting actress this year? She's not. I'm sorry, and I'm not taking anything away from her performance, but I don't think she was the best. Dolly De Leon, like we mentioned, phenomenal job in this. I don't think it's my favorite, though, out of all of these nominees. Angela Bassett, it's a good performance. Probably the shining light in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie. I didn't really enjoy that movie a whole lot. Like, it was just okay.
Yeah.
And the same way I felt about Black Panther, and the same way I felt about the last several Marvel movies that have been out. But she's definitely the standout performance in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she definitely deserves to be nominated. Stephanie Hsu, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I thought she was the best supporting actress out of that movie. Great performance, and it's just not getting, I don't think she's getting enough credit for it.
I don't think so.
But Keke Palmer, I mean, she just added a different element to that movie, man. It made it good. And, Nope was probably my most anticipated movie of this last summer. And I'm going to go Keke Palmer. So Keke Palmer wins it, baby. And I guess it's time to move on to the next category, right? Best supporting actor. And we have Woody Harrelson, Triangle of Sadness. Jake Lacy, Significant Other. Is it Ki or K Hui Kwan?
No comment.
You don't know it?
I always assumed it was without saying his middle. It was, I've always heard people call him Ki Kwan.
Ki Kwan?
Yeah.
Ki Kwan. That's why I've heard Ki Kwan.
He's always short round to me, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I've heard Ki Hui Kwan.
I think that's about right.
So Ki Hui Kwan. Ki Hui Kwan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Then we have Paul Dano from the Batman. He had to get a nom.
Yeah.
He had to get a nom.
Paul Dano's always like fun, weird.
Yeah. Yes, man.
Yeah.
But he was really good in the Batman. He was a great addition to that movie. And then we have Brad Pitt, Babylon. Look how fucking awesome he looks with those Wayfarers on and that fucking cig. Makes you want to take up smoking, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
That movie, I think there was a lot of smoking in that one.
Oh, it is.
It's always, I always
It's
sort of
excessive
kind of
everything.
like subliminally pay attention to that in movies. just because in older movies people smoked and they don't smoke so much in movies anymore.
Mhm.
And I think Netflix has even went so far as to like, if it's not an essential part of the storyline, they're not putting it in there.
Right.
And there's even like there's some movies where they like it's I don't know if it's CGI'd or if they're just vaping or whatever. So like in The Post with Tom Hanks, he's smoking, but you can tell that he's not really smoking. And I think even some like posters, if there's like a cigarette on the poster, they've taken it out on some streaming services. So it's always just kind of funny to kind of pay attention to that. And you, and like Sleazy said, you do understand why they take it out, because you do see some of these people like, oh, they do look kind of cool smoking shit.
I know.
Very
As the
regal
picture
and
of Brad Pitt.
sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
So Ke Huy Quan, also known as Jonathan Ke Quan, so is an American actor. As a child actor, rose to fame playing Short Round in Indiana Jones.
Always be short round to me.
So it is definitely Key. And then I think they go Huy Quan. So, all right. So who wants to go first? Robzilla, go first.
Oh fuck.
See,
Man, that's
go
Go
first. When
first.
you put him on the spot. When he ain't got nobody else shit to fall back on, he's done.
Yep. He's about to mind fuck us all right now. He just
I
did it in the
was-
last award.
I was
He just got in early on the last one, I think.
Yeah.
oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna go Paul Dano. It's a tough choice, by all means, extremely tough, but I love the villain he played as the Riddler, how crazy he was, creepiness of it. But man,
He's a
it's
standout actor.
He
and
is.
He elevates the movie. That's what we talk about,
That's-
supporting the best supporting actor and actress. They elevate the movie.
If he was not in it, I don't think I would like the Batman, not even nearly as well as I liked it as enough.
Right.
And same way with Ke Huy Quan.
Ke Huy Quan.
Ke Huy Quan.
Ke Qui-Gon.
Ke Huy Quan.
Dude, just call him Short Round.
Just call him Key.
Key.
Yeah,
Key or
Key.
Short Round.
But I feel if he was not in that movie, it would not be any good. It wouldn't be as well received as well.
He's gonna be in the next season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, he is.
Ke
But if he-
Qui-Gon.
But if he
Colors
wasn't
his
in
lightsaber.
well, I mean, there's like
Cockeye.
there's so many multiverses. He probably does have a lightsaber eventually.
You notice I'm not playing Rob off this year because
Yeah.
it's just gold. When he,
Yeah, when I fuck up all the time.
All right, so Paul Dano.
Dano.
Okay.
I'll take it. Fuck it. I'll run it. I'm going to go Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson was good, man.
And again, just like Dolly carried that third act, I think Woody really fucking drilled it in the second act. I mean, he carried that second act through. His character was fucking awesome. That was a movie that I really enjoyed watching this year, was Triangle of Sadness.
I thought Woody was the best part of Triangle of Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was. All right, PBS, where you going?
Look, there's only one correct answer this year.
Short Round.
Look, Brad Pitt was great as like the aging actor in Babylon.
Yeah.
Paul Dano's always great. Jake Lacey was good and Significant Other. Woody Harrelson, like you said, was one of my favorite things, maybe my favorite thing about Triangle of Sadness. But this is the year of Key. I'm not saying anything other than Short Round. He was. I liked the movie. I do think it was a little overhyped, but I loved him in it.
Yeah,
and I think he's deserved all the awards he's gotten this year, and he's my pick.
Okay. So I thought Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt. Obviously, I mean, he was good. He did his thing.
it's just the typical cool Brad Pitt.
He deserves a nom.
Yeah.
That's what
I always feel curious when an aging actor, like John Leguizamo did it in The Menu, when an aging actor plays an aging kind of washed up actor in a movie, and you're always like, it's either one of two things: either they're not actually a washed up actor, or maybe they are a washed up actor playing a washed up actor,
right.
and you're always wondering like how they feel about that.
I don't think Brad Pitt will ever be washed up.
he's
think
always going to be Brad Pitt.
There's
This
always
role hitting too close to home for
Right.
me.
there's always a place for Brad Pitt in Hollywood. So,
he is going to be an aging movie star.
Yeah.
Until he decides to quit acting.
but like I said, Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt. He deserves a nom. Paul Dano, excellent performance. well deserving of a nomination. Jake Lacy, he was great, and nobody gave him credit for this movie.
He kept you guessing.
Yeah, and I thought it was an outstanding performance that's just being overlooked. Nobody's looking at it because it's a sci-fi movie, or sci-fi horror
I can't
movie.
get over him because he was the one guy in The Office.
Yeah,
The whole time I'm watching, I'm just thinking, is this an Office sequel?
Didn't Michael spank him in one episode?
That might have been him.
Yeah.
Might have been
Well,
him,
no, it
him
was
or one of
Evan
the other-
Peters.
It was Evan Peters.
Yeah, because he
It was
said
one of those two.
because
yeah,
Evan Peters said he bent him over. He's like, I'm really going to give it to you.
That was early in The Office, yeah.
And Woody Harrelson, man, I just thought he was fucking great in Triangle Sadness.
He finally comes out of his cabin.
Yeah, that whole conversation about how he's explaining socialism to the Javier. What is
I
his
don't know his
name? Well, whatever that guy's name is.
I sell shit.
Yeah, I sell shit. But I mean, that whole conversation had me cracking up.
Right.
And then the whole captain's dinner was hilarious. He's just eating his fucking
His burger
cheeseburger.
and fries. Well, I don't go for that fancy stuff or whatever.
I forget how he said it, but he was like, I'm not into fine dining,
Yeah.
if you can tell. And I'm like, that would totally be me and you.
Just had his burger and fries.
But I think I'm with you, man. This is the year, Key. I mean, for a guy who hasn't acted in how many years to, pull off and elevate that movie to another level, I thought it was a great performance, and it's just well deserving of the best supporting actor. So I think we got to vote with the rest of the awards. There's not going to be a clean sweep this year, I don't think, of Everything Everywhere All at Once, but he got one from us.
Oh yeah.
So he is the winner for best supporting actor. Do you think he would take offense if people still called him Short Round?
I don't think so. At least maybe now that he's back into acting, he might get tired of it.
Yeah.
But it's
He's like, I got a fucking Oscar. I'm not Short Round anymore.
I'm a big boy now.
That's he's a beloved for that role, for him, that
Right.
and Data in the Goonies. And he seems, when you watch interviews of it, he seems well aware of that people still love those movies and love him in those movies. So I'm sure it would get tiring after a while.
I just hope that he gets more roles.
Right.
And he gets more time to shine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, after this role, he should be getting more.
Oh, he should be able to pick whatever he wants
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So I hope that they treat him right, and he gets to keep doing great stuff.
Yeah.
Not just okay stuff, but great stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got just about the pick of anything he wants to do right now.
Yeah, I would think so. All right, moving on to our next category. Best Actress. We're almost at the end here. So we're on the last mile. And the nominees are Carrie Condon, Banshees of Inisherin. How did we say this earlier?
Anya
Taylor-Joy, The Menu. Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Micah Monroe, Significant Other. And Margot Robbie, Babylon. Man, look at that dirty girl. that hair is all a mess.
Nothing better than a coked up slutty
She's all-
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just gonna rub that in now. That's just gonna.
That's his thing,
salt in
man.
it.
That's what I
He
do.
said it about 20 times tonight. Have
I'll
you heard?
keep saying it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's fucking true.
Hot
That's
Sauce,
why.
why don't you lead us off on this one?
This is definitely something where I love to just have that hot take and be the one that's the devil's advocate for everything, and not go with the favorite and go against the grain and everything. But I really I enjoyed Significant Other. We talked briefly how she had a couple other roles and some other stuff that really was good. I mean, she's done a good little body of work in a younger career. And I wasn't necessarily a terribly big fan of the movie, and this is my winner here, but I wasn't a big, terribly huge fan of the movie, but I didn't think it was a bad movie either. It was Babylon. So I'd probably go with Margot Robbie for my Best Actress, because again, she played a role where it was like, she came from nothing, just kind of bullshitted her way in and just ran with it, became a star, and then just, celebrity is gone as easy as it comes.
And she only showed a nip.
Okay.
That's all she showed.
That's it.
She's icing her nips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
was
She's
pretty
icing
funny.
them up. called
doing
off,
on
off the
purpose.
shoot to go get plastic surgery and just,
I'm not icing my nips.
They just look like that normally.
PBS, who you got?
Margot Robbie, great in Babylon. Micah Monroe, maybe not her best performance, but I really like it. There's something about it that I really like. Michelle Yeoh, great performance. I really love Michelle Yeoh. She's an ass kicker from back in the day. I don't know, something about Anya Taylor-Joy's hair, I think, in the menu, because I'm always used to her being a blonde. Kind of threw me off for the whole movie. But Carrie Condon's my pick. I really liked her in Banshees. She was I know she really does it for me in the movie. She kind of holds that movie down. She's like sort of like the center of it in a way between everything that's going on. And I really liked her performance. I thought in a movie that I liked, I thought she was the standout in that movie.
I'd have to agree with you. I didn't like the movie that much, but she was great in it.
Yeah,
she was definitely the anchor.
Right.
So
Carrie Condon's my pick.
I
feel like there wasn't enough buzz around her for award season. I thought that was a really solid performance from her.
She got nominated once, I think.
She got nominated for the Oscars, and I'm not sure about anything else.
Oh, maybe Golden Globes too.
Okay.
Robzilla.
I'm gonna go Margot Robbie. I like the role. He's
gonna go with Margot Robbie. He's got Margot Robbie.
Does anybody have a coin?
No.
You don't have a coin on you?
Yeah.
You got a coin?
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to a coin flip.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna come down to a coin flip. So you're picking Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not picking Margot Robbie.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's what I mean.
So we're tied.
I mean, if it's me and Rob agreeing on something, I can easily change. I don't want to agree with him
Out
on
of principle.
just on principle alone. I can change if you want.
You know,
guys
like
give me a little-
those people say, like, if the Nazis show up and they're on your side, you're on the wrong side. Like, if you show up and Rob's on your side, you're on the wrong side.
I'm not in one part of that.
Not
Well,
to
with
say Rob's a
Margot
Nazi
Robbie,
or anything. But
It's been called worse, I think.
Well, she depicted a role as a young, attractive, up-and-coming actress who indulges in that lifestyle of drinking excess.
you had to get in there once.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get Rob a Margot Robbie poster or something.
I know, like we know you just love that dirty girl in that movie.
Yeah. Well, it's she played a good role in the movie.
Well,
So.
I guess we get it, but does that mean she's the best, the best actress?
I guess we get it.
I'm with PBS made such a great point. I'm with him on Carrie Condon. I think she was the anchor, and this is. Hey, I'm giving credit where credit's due. I was not a fan of the movie, but I thought she gave a great performance. And Michelle Yeoh, she's gotten her credit. She was great, phenomenal.
She kills it in the movie.
She does. She kills it. And everybody on this list gave great performances. But I think Carrie Condon's, just a little bit above everybody as far as standout performances. Do you have your coin?
Yeah.
We're gonna flip a coin for this because we're
Figured
tied.
just pull up like a digital coin flip on the phone or something.
And this is what J-Bone would have been here for, but he had to leave because he's getting up early.
I'll pull out my 50-cent piece. There you go.
I want you to flip
You
it.
want to flip it?
You know, why am I not shocked that you carry a fucking 50-cent?
Yeah,
piece with you?
who
Like,
has
ain't that
50
just
cent?
like cliche?
Yeah.
I mean,
Who
isn't
carries
that?
That's impressive.
He's living in the 30s. Okay, so who's heads and who's tails?
Tails never fails.
Let's let Rob call it since we're picking on him. Call it, Rob.
Heads for Margot.
Tails.
There you go.
See, I'm on the wrong side, man.
It's time for you to.
All right,
move,
you
Rob.
guys, I'm going to go ahead and head back to Chicago. I'm just going to pack the car up, grab my blanket and pillow off the couch, and I'll be seeing you guys in a couple of weeks.
See you next year.
All right, so
Fucking Nazi. What I get.
Carrie Condon wins off of a coin flip tiebreaker after Hot Sauce explicitly told you
Tails
never fails.
I'll take heads. You couldn't even reach the goddamn coin, man. You're
heads
like,
for Margot. Heads for Margot.
I'm not coming back next year.
Hey,
Yeah.
tails never fails, but heads for Margot.
I don't know why I subject myself to this shit. I should have stayed in Illinois.
Heads for Margot, baby.
It's a tight race right there.
All right, moving on to the next category. Best actor. And the nominees are Ralph Fiennes, The Menu, Austin Butler, Elvis, Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, David Harbour, Violent Night, and Daniel Craig, Glass Onion. I believe this is his third Sleazys nomination, and he was last year's best actor for the Sleazys.
For Bond.
For Bond. No Time to Die. So, hot sauce. Before you abruptly leave,
We storm out.
what do you got?
Before you storm out, like you just slapped somebody.
Right. And shank him and walk. This is a tough one. I mean, it's just a tough one for me. I've fallen asleep on Violent Night a couple of times, so I can't say that I've stuck with that.
Man.
Because a lot of times what I'll do is I'll start shit late at night when I really should be getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
I've let the dog out for the last time. It's like 11:30. I'm like, I can get it, a 90-minute in and go to bed around 1:30, and then it's like 20 after 12. Like, fuck, what just happened? Like, what did I miss? I kind of wake up on the pillow. So, Violent Night I've started a couple times. I can't say I've stuck with it. I really like Maverick. Elvis, you made the comment about that kind of being a little scatterbrain, make you feel a little anxiety from watching it. But I thought he did a decent part in the role.
They say he's still walking around talking like Elvis.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, I think he did decent with the role. But I like Glass Onion because I really like Knives Out. I like Daniel Craig.
He was so good.
He plays a good. I can't even think of his name now.
Benoit Blanc.
Yeah, Benoit Blanc. I enjoyed him. I'm giving it to him for Glass Onion because I liked it. I thought it was a good follow up to the original.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, me?
I'm looking at you. Heads for Margot.
Say the wrong thing here, and I'm walking.
Heads for Margot.
I really like David Harbour for Violent Night.
Harborough. Aren't those the gummy bears that make you shit?
Yeah.
You are on some shit tonight.
But I'm gonna go with Daniel Craig for Glass Onion.
He's on the wrong side again.
I'm on the wrong side again.
Shit.
Sorry.
Damn it, Rob.
Hey man, he just agreed with you.
Damn it, Rob. I don't want him to. I want to do this on my own.
All right, who you going with, PBS?
Rafe was good in The Menu. I didn't love The Menu, but he was pretty good in it. Elvis, again, Elvis is kind of good and bad for me, but Austin Butler played the hell out of Elvis.
Exactly.
He did. Played the shit out of him.
Did he do the singing too?
I don't know about that. He might have, though, but
I'm not 100% sure on
that. Didn't see Violent Night. I love Tom Cruise. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a Tom Cruise lover. Daniel Craig, he's acting the hell out of Benoit Blanc. You can tell he loves playing Benoit Blanc after playing Bond that he kind of got tired of and whatever. It's tough. It's tough.
What side of history do you want to be on here?
the side that Robzilla's on.
This will be in the history books forever. We can't rewrite history.
Tom Cruise.
Heads for Margot.
Tom Cruise is never quite gets his due for being a good actor as he is. Maverick only had one problem as a movie for me that it just holds it back just a little bit. But Tom Cruise, like finally admitting in a way that he's getting old, just to go like to what we're talking about with Brad Pitt. His love interest with Jennifer Connelly. Tom Cruise doesn't always have the best chemistry with his female co-stars for one reason or another, whatever it may be. But it's just Tom Cruise all the way on this one for me.
So Ralph Fiennes, I thought it was one of the better performances of the year. I really enjoyed it. I liked the menu for whatever reason. I liked it. But he was sinister in that, and it was good. Austin Butler, man, the dude played Elvis so good he's turned into Elvis. He's still running around talking like Elvis. David Harborough, as Rob would say. David Harborough bears. Violent Night. I thought it was great. He played a kick-ass Santa. I just wanted to nominate him, so I threw him up here. So fuck it, give the movie some love. Daniel Craig, Glass Onion. I mean, Daniel Craig is just such a great fucking actor. He can do a fucking Knives Out movie every year, and he'd make this fucking
give me 10 more Benoit Blanc movies. I'm in.
And he would make this every time. He would be nominated every time. Same thing with Bond. I mean, he's a good actor. I'm in agreement with PBS here. Tom Cruise just never gets his due, and this was a good role for him. He's getting older, and he's kind of got to admit it a little bit. And the chemistry he had with Jennifer Connelly, it pulled off really well. And it was nice to see him revisit a character that he hadn't played since the 80s. And he did a good job. I mean, it was a really well done movie. And Tom is Tom and everything. Like Daniel Craig is Daniel Craig.
Right.
But I think this is literally going to come down to a coin flip, and that's we're split down the middle again. Rob. I'm going Tom Cruise.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
I really wanted to do Tom Cruise. So when I just changed it at the last minute and went Daniel Craig, and then
you thought Rob was going to do Tom Cruise, didn't you?
Yeah.
I kind of thought,
and I thought for sure I had Mr. Blank here on my side, and would
this crazy fuck needs an award for his mantle.
Flip the coin though, man. I'm sticking with sticking with what I went with.
You can't change it. Yeah.
I'm sticking with what I went with.
So we're split down the middle. So we got to do a coin flip because J-Bone left early.
I'm not going to be one bit upset if this coin flip goes to Cruise. I will not be one bit upset. And
hold on.
I'm flipping it. You're calling it.
Okay.
I'm flipping.
He's calling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to lay my mic down to flip because I'm holding. So
all right.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go for it. You're gonna go tails. Nope. Oop. Tails never fails, like he said. Let's see. Heads.
Heads it is. Glass Onion.
Glass Onion. Daniel Craig wins.
Good man.
All right.
I wouldn't have been mad with Cruise though. I really.
So best actor and best actress literally came down to a coin flip for the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had that before. Normally we all kind of agree, and normally I go last and I kind of go with the last one, but I'm the final vote, I guess you could say.
Tiebreaker.
But man, we're divided on our movies this year. What can we say?
Yeah, you can't go wrong even for Tom Cruise.
I was like a hair away from picking Austin Butler for Elvis. The more I think about it,
he played the shit out of it. He played even if you don't enjoy the movie, you have to respect what he did for the role.
Right. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Austin Butler, Tom Cruise, or Daniel Craig.
Right.
No.
Those I think are the standouts this year. And I think, this is Tom Cruise's body of work. This is like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
like I said, I'm not afraid to say, like, you tell me Tom Cruise is in a movie, I'm interested.
Oh yeah. I'm watching it no matter what.
The dedication he does and the effort he puts into like
the man is going to die in cinema.
Yeah.
I mean, it's written in stone. It's going to happen eventually.
Yeah. Gonna be caught on tape.
He keeps, they said in the new Mission Impossible, there's a scene where he jumps a motorcycle off of a cliff, and they said he did it like 8 times or some shit like that because he thought he could keep doing it better. So I mean, the guy he has a death wish.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on to our last and final category.
What a picture.
Best Picture. And the nominees are Babylon, Violent Night, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, Nope, The Batman, and Knives Out Glass Onion. Robzilla, would you like to start us off with your pick? Or do you want to go first, hot sauce?
But then I run the risk of him picking what I picked, and you don't know if it's a sincere thing or not. Like, oh, I'm gonna jump on his dick.
Hot sauce is right.
May I go now?
You go, buddy.
Go, yeah.
We won't
I'm
run
gonna
you
go
off.
nope.
You're going nope.
Yeah.
For movie of the year,
Interesting.
best picture.
Mm.
What made you pick it?
Probably when we first heard about it, I was very intrigued by the movie. It was, of course, the next Jordan Peele movie, who's like probably the best, probably horror director out right now, or thriller, or however you want to label him.
Right.
And when we first saw it, it had something to do with aliens, and then really big into like alien films, a lot of alien stuff. That
Now, don't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it.
That's true. So, but anything,
You know,
not of this planet, or
you know, they shot that movie all during the day.
Yep. And it's
Isn't that
just
crazy that they can do that?
Yep. And it's just the shadowing. He said there's something how he wanted the lighting, it couldn't be done at night.
Yeah.
So he wanted to shoot it during the day and then edit it during the day. So, and then the cast is great. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. He's a man of few words tonight.
Probably for the better for him.
Right.
It is the first. It is the
Heads for Margot.
That's a new slogan. Heads for Margot.
From now on, whenever Rob does anything wrong, heads for Margo.
Heads for Margot. And then play him off.
PBS, who you got?
I think it's pretty much down to two movies for me. We were talking the other night. I don't know if there's not like one movie I saw from last year that I was like 100% with. There was some that were really good, but almost every movie I had at least a little something wrong with it. Babylon, great experience. Not sure if great movie or if I love it or if it's kind of too much or whatever, but it was something. Violent Night, still haven't seen. Everything Everywhere All at Once I thought was really well done. Maybe a little overhyped, but definitely good. It had a lot of good things with it. The Batman, I was really into the Batman, despite its numerous endings. Glass Onion, I was certainly looking forward to, and I thought it was really good. Maybe not as good as Knives Out for me, which maybe holds that one back for a little bit. So it kind of comes down to Nope and Top Gun for me. I really liked Nope. I thought, like we were talking about earlier, it's one of those movies that maybe like Halloween, it tries to do maybe a little too much and doesn't quite do it, but it does have like one of my favorite scenes from all year when Daniel Kaluuya, I know I said his name wrong, but he's like on the horse and the wacky waving inflatable arm man, like calling for Family Guy, are like going down and the thing's coming after him and all that, and that was like a great scene.
I really need to rewatch Nope. I mean, it's been so long, I'm kind of like forgetting things.
Mm. And Top Gun was just a fucking movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I think I'm picking Top Gun.
All right.
It's if Nope was just like a hair better, I think I'd pick it. But Maverick was just damn good.
All right. So do you want me to go?
No, I'll go. You can be the last one to go. That's
Okay.
Best picture. This is for all the fucking beans in the pot, buddy.
Well, you go for it.
Again, you talked Glass Onion, love Knives Out. That's been a favorite we've had for a few years now. So I really like it. I love seeing Daniel Craig play the part. I really love that, that mystery solving kind of thing. Babylon, again, I didn't dislike it, but I don't think I probably liked it as much as some other people did.
Mm-hmm.
I felt what they were trying to do, and I kind of agreed with it. And it was nice seeing like the glory days of Hollywood, and how the rise and the fall of a career and everything like that. Nope, big fan of Nope. And the Batman and Violent Night, like to me, those aren't like best picture worthy. They're good, but not great. Nope was really good. I really enjoyed Nope. Looking forward to it. I've said many times I can't wait to get like a little Jordan Peele box set, maybe like a little steel book with Us and all that in it. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think I've made myself pretty clear, on this one as far as, what I thought of it. I thought it was just a fucking hot mess train wreck. I'm in the very, very, very minority here. I didn't think it was good. I watched it and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And it wasn't a good what the fuck?
Well,
This is wild.
Wasn't a Babylon. What the fuck?
No, it was like, what the fuck am I watching? So that comes down to Top Gun, which is going to be my pick because god damn, it's a fucking summer blockbuster. Give me that fucking all year, every fucking year. It was loud. It was Tom Cruise. It was Top Gun. It was everything you thought it would be that we've wanted for the last, how many years have we not had like that one big summer, Will Smith
non-Marvel,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Will Smith was the guy with his Independence Days, his Men in Black. We look forward to that. The summer movie season when there's that one movie that just everybody wants to go see. And I think this is his first $1 billion movie. He's never had a $1 billion movie before.
Yeah, I think they said that.
And I mean, I think everybody just kind of came out because once the word got out, like, man, this is fucking good. Like, if you like Top Gun, you like Tom Cruise, this is the fucking movie to see. And that's it. I mean, it's a fucking good movie.
Yeah, stellar. So Babylon was great. I thought it was great. It's definitely for whatever reason it got snubbed. I don't know why. For Best Picture or whatever, but it was one of my favorites this year. Violent Night was a super fun movie. I just wanted to nominate it just to have it there. Everything All at Once, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really fucking dug it. I like multiverse shit, so of course it was going to be a great thrill for me, a great experience. And the performances were really good in it, seeing everybody play different versions of themselves from different universes. Glass Onion, like I said, give me one of those every fucking year. I'll watch it. It was great, but is it the best movie this year? No. The Batman, I just nominated it because I figured it'd be nice to talk about. I liked it, but is it my favorite Batman movie? No. There was great performances in it that elevated it, but the performances come from Colin Farrell and what's his face, the Riddler,
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, and I think they really kind of elevate the movie itself. Even what's his face is the butler,
Jeremy Irons,
Alfred,
Andy.
Andy's.
I can't even pronounce it.
You know him if you've seen him, but he was just okay as Alfred. And I'm not the biggest fan of what's his face's Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
He plays a good. I like hearing him narrate the voice of Batman, but other than that, he's just not my Batman. Nope was my most anticipated movie of the summer, and it delivered for me. It gave me everything I wanted out of it. Jordan Peele he's just a master at his craft, and I can't wait to watch it again now after talking about it. But when I think of like the best movie of the year, Top Gun. Top Gun fucking brought people back to the theater.
It did.
After 3 years of people not wanting to go, or 2 years after not going to the movies because of COVID. But just a fucking blockbuster like Hot Sauce just said. It was that summer movie that we haven't had in years because Marvel and everybody's kind of taken it over. But this is what movies are all about. The minute the minute that this movie starts and the bell rings, and then the words start coming on, that you're like, holy fucking shit, I'm in for a good fucking movie. And what can you say? Tom Cruise just knows how to make a fucking movie.
He does.
I mean, there's no other way around getting around it. I mean, Tom Cruise, he knows how to entertain people. And like Tom Cruise says, he makes movies for the big screen. And he's 100% correct on that.
On top with COVID, and then they try to push it to streaming. He's like, no, this needs to be released in theater.
Yeah.
So
he waited, and I mean, it was well worth the wait. It was a phenomenal movie, and for those Top Gun fans that always wanted a sequel and they've waited years and years and years, they finally got it, and it the wait was worth it.
I'm not even a huge fan of the original Top Gun. I think Top Gun Maverick is a better movie than the original Top Gun.
Hands down, it's a better movie. And all these, it took so long to make this movie too because everybody had to learn how to fly a fighter pilot, a fighter plane.
And that's the thing you appreciate too. I mean, the jet fighters,
and
then what they do and all that stuff. And it's been years since I even seen like a fighter pilot movie like that.
It was fucking good though, and Like, I mean, it was hands down the best movie of the year, I thought. And, you know, it got nominated for an Oscar. But I mean, and this is where I think the Oscars kind of they get caught up in their
Pretentious fucks.
yeah, they get caught up in their political agendas and stuff like that. And you know, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a fine movie, in my opinion, but it's not the best movie of the year. The two best movies of the year are Nope and Top Gun Maverick, in my opinion. But Top Gun Maverick is the clear winner here. It takes the gold home, or the digital picture for the Sleazys,
Yeah.
as we say.
You think we need to make a Sleazy and get it to Tom Cruise somehow,
Yeah,
just to see what he'd say.
Yeah.
probably throw it in the trash.
Mhm.
Like, what is this statue? I need to learn about it. What if he took it up into space and he was like,
It would be space trash. He'd throw it out
Yeah.
the side of a shuttle.
yeah, like it just went
This is
up.
my first award I like to throw into the space.
It
It
just-
just trash.
He went up to the International Space Station to film, and he's like, "Where's the toilet at? I want to." Then you see the little Sleazy floating out.
The Sleazy ends up being like the Simpsons episode where Homer puts the rod to keep the door shut.
Yeah,
Like, Tom Cruise, how did you keep the door shut as the space station was hurtling back to Earth? I put the Sleazy in it.
yeah. I'm interested about that movie that he's making where he's going to the space station. Like, is it going to be good? What's the deal here?
All right.
You know, the thing about that, and even like Nope, and a choreographed fighting movie like Everything Everywhere All at Once, they're real. They're physical. Tom Cruise is on the
Yeah.
side of that plane,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and while it may be crazy, like there's this place in between safe and crazy that it's kind of like watching professional wrestling.
right.
Like, there's a level of like, these guys are out here doing something. They're not trying to kill each other, but they're trying to get close in a way, and that's how movies should be sometimes.
Yeah,
And I think that's one of the reasons that people are starting to kind of veer away from Marvel stuff, is it's too much fakeness, if you want to say it that way. And I think that's one reason like a lot of these movies are ringing with people
Yeah.
these last couple of years.
I mean, everything, all the footage from the planes and everything is real.
Yeah.
It's not CGI. It's all them flying and doing all the stunts and stuff. And it was a great fucking movie, man.
There's
I
I don't know if you guys ever watched like Me TV channel. They show chips and stuff. This is a TV show from the 70s, and they like flip and wreck a car like every episode. It's a real car
Right,
getting
right.
flipped.
yeah,
There's like the A Team. You'll see like somebody jumping from a helicopter onto a car. Obviously, they're just barely doing it off the ground, but they're really doing it. They're in a real helicopter.
the
doing
stunt
stuff.
man is the stunt man kind of becoming a lost practice in Hollywood nowadays, or
I think
Not
I
after-
think it's coming back.
yeah,
Not
I mean,
for
look, we just saw John Wick 4 last night.
oh my
That's
god,
what I was
Look
about to
how
say.
many people were in that movie just beating the hell out of each
Getting
other.
fucked up.
that was 3 hours of headshots and judo throws, man.
and nut shots. And
Yep.
Yeah, dogs biting nuts.
Mhm.
Yeah, but man, that was a great.
So
that
like I
was a
said,
great
I
movie.
think that kind of stuff is coming back as people
Do you-
realize they missed it.
Do you think John Wick 4 will be up for a Sleazy next year?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be in there somewhere.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be in there.
At
Got
some
a few
point,
nominees. Yeah.
I don't know if we could award Keanu Reeves the best actor for.
That's not gonna happen.
Look, just the way he says,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
There's so much in that. It's like watching Clint Eastwood squint.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
There's just so much in there. Like,
Now
yeah.
Bill Skarsgård might get an award for.
supporting actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that has been the 3rd annual Sleazys Award. Hopefully you dug it. And if you disagree with us, let us know. Let us know who your picks were for each category or whatever you want to talk to us about. Or if there's one we missed, we'll be glad to, say we missed it.
There's certainly maybe a handful of movies from last year that I didn't get to
Mhm.
that I
Yeah.
wanted to,
And
but I think this covered it pretty good.
I did a lot more this year than I normally do. I was trying to think I had a good way to incorporate this into the YouTube
Mhm.
video, and I was like, why don't I just do a slideshow? And it worked out pretty good.
Mhm. Yeah. it's
So
good.
hopefully it comes out real well, other than the button playing twice at the beginning of the show, but it is what it is. It's what happens when you're doing these things. And I'm not going to edit it out. I like the authenticity of screwing up. But
Very minimal.
We can't
editing.
be polished and correct all the time.
yeah,
Got to be a little rough around the
If
edges.
something gets edited out of this show, it's because we really said something. We're like, no,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
really got to
Yeah.
take that.
yeah.
Or technical hardware failure, and
Right.
we had to restart and
Yeah.
couldn't pick it back up.
If it's a
Right.
long pause or a really, really something we probably shouldn't have said.
All right, so this has been.
Oh, there you go. Something went wrong.
Please ensure you are connected to the internet. Oh man. Well, it's a good thing that we have the audio file still, and we got all the way to the end before something went wrong.
Right.
You're
So-
still recording on the board then?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yep. So this has been episode 154 of the Sleazy podcast, and my call to action, as always, is to share the show. So if you like the award show, then share it. That's as simple as that is. Post it onto your social media accounts and say, "Listen to this fucking show."
Listen to this motherfucker, Robzilla.
That's right. And
Let us know if you think he's right or wrong.
Get berated and
Probably
called a
wrong.
Nazi
Probably
and
wrong.
everything else.
right. And
Well, he is wrong, but not a Nazi, but he is wrong.
There you go.
all you need to know in life is heads for Margot. Be kind, rewind, and keep it sleazy.
Thanks for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.